Ustamai yamai ustam kamai chit Vasekshayas mazdau dayat tahuro Utayoiti tevisi gattoi vasemi.
Amidst the hustle and bustle of Mumbai, the noise, pollution and traffic of the vegetable and timber markets of Baikala, right in the heart of the city, lies a very special oasis of tranquility, the Masina Hospital. In existence since the beginning of the 20th century, the hospital completes 100 glorious years of its existence today. Since the early 1920s, the hospital has been housed in Sans Souci, which means without a care, the name of the Sassoon family palace, originally the summer residence of King Frederick II of Prussia, a heritage building of incomparable beauty. This hospital, the first private hospital in Mumbai, continues to flourish today. Serving the sick, the poor and the needy of all communities and fulfilling the vision of its founder, Dr. Hormasji Manikji Masina. Dr. Masina, only the third Indian to obtain a fellowship of the Royal College of Surgeons in 1898, set up a small hospital on the first floor of a building at Clare Road, Baikala, with 4 patients. In the next 5 years, 2 adjacent buildings were taken up, and the hospital was operating in full swing. It is said that impressed by Dr. Masina and his services to the Sassoon family, David Sassoon gave away the Sans Souci palace to him for just rupees 25,000. With funds pouring in, a trust was created, and after this there was no looking back. Achievement followed achievement. Masina Hospital was the first hospital in India having an X-ray plant. Then came the Lady Brocha College of Nursing, and the Centre for Postgraduate Medical Training came up in 1923. And in 1925, the University Reform Committee recognized Masina Hospital as a training hospital for the MD and MS examinations. Truly, this was a boom period for the hospital. This was followed by a slower time, because in 1930, Dr. Masina lost his devoted wife Jarbai, his main source of inspiration. And this, coupled with Dr. Masina's advancing age and his eventual passing away on 19 September 1946, made for a time of consolidation and less hectic activity. After Dr. Hormasji's death, his son, Dr. Adeshwar Masina, walking in his father's footsteps, pulled back the hospital to its former glory. He started the cardiothoracic surgery unit, one of the first in India. In fact, the first open mitral valvotomy in Bombay was performed at the Masina Hospital by Dr. Bilimoria. Dr. Adeshwar Masina died suddenly in 1947, and his brother, Dr. Manik Masina, followed by Dr. Hormasji's daughter, Dr. Meru Masina, were then the captains of the ship. Dr. Meru Masina, ably assisted by the trustees, developed the hospital still further, till she migrated to England in 1966. Lieutenant Colonel Dr. D.R. Bharucha took over the charge of the hospital and achieved many firsts. 1969, the premature babies ward, the first of its kind in Bombay in a private hospital. 1970, the laboratory. 1972, the Sirinbai Banaji wing for the nursing home. 1974, the NM Wadia outpatients department. Subsequently, the physiotherapy, the sonography, ENT, the ophthalmology, the orthopedic surgery, the neurology and neurosurgery, the plastic surgery, the dermatology and dental surgery departments were added. The hospital's array of services have been enriched by notable patrons down the years. In 1992, the Kharas Memorial Center building, with a special Eric Kharas Burns Research Unit, one of the best in the country today, was built with a generous donation by the late Bhikamai Kharas. An equally generous contribution by Meru Irani and her family enabled the setting up of an ICCU and diabetic clinic in memory of her husband, Noshirwan Muluk Irani. The Katkara family, who set up the Katkara wing for female patients, in memory of the late Nariman Jihangirji Katkara, and the Alamai Shapurji Mistri ward, containing NICU, IPCU, children's ward, and male ward, set up by the family of the late Shapurji Palanji Mistri. At present, there are approximately 120 honoraries, 20 housemen, 160 nurses, and 189 workers serving the hospital. In 1902, Dr. Hormasji Masina had a vision of serving the sick, and he achieved it. Dr. Nargesh Motasha, world-renowned gynecologist, who has been associated with this hospital as an honorary gynecologist and is now also on the board of trustees, shares with us her views on the hospital.
I'm Nargesh Motasha, the senior-most consultant working at the Masina Hospital. I started work several years ago. There have been many occasions when I have been offered senior positions on the assumption that I would leave Masina Hospital. I said I would never leave Masina Hospital because it is closest to my heart. What impressed me most was not the hospital buildings, but right from the start, the hospital accommodated a patient belonging to any caste or community. One of the things we must remember is that all the donations over the course of so many years have been made by Parsis, and the community is very small, so that very few Parsis take advantage of the institution, and all the other communities which stay in around Masina Hospital have made this often their home. The Masina Hospital owes all this to no less a person than Dr. Hormasji Masina. It was very unfortunate for him to lose two of his brilliant sons at a young age. And we must remember that in this centenary year, we lost the only living member, Dr. Meru Masina. She was very kind to all the patients. Wherever they came from, she treated them with love, with dignity, and much affection. The institution should be very proud because the cardiovascular surgery, the thoracic surgery, was first started in this institution by no less a person than Dr. Bami Bilemoria. And I, as a young student, remember watching the consultants from the various other hospitals come and attend his operations. It made me very proud that later I was attached to the hospital. I thank you.
Come, join us in our walk through the hospital, which is like a walk through history, as we take you through all the departments. Come feast your eyes on the beauty of the heritage buildings, the greenery of the surrounding gardens, the tranquility of the Masina Hospital. Truly, this is a place where suffering humanity can find refuge, love, care, and the best medical treatment, and return to the world healed in body and spirit. The Dr. F.N. Moose Memorial Building. On the ground and first floors are the Parsi wards, male and female. Since the Masina Hospital caters to all communities, and since all donations for the hospital coming from Parsi families or institutions are used for all communities, a need was felt to have a special ward to care for the sick and needy of the Parsi community. Hence the creation of a special Parsi ward. Recently, a donation of more than 1 crore was received from the executors of the estate of Colonel Pesi N. Bharucha Trust for renovation and upgrading the ground and first floors, providing all amenities to the Parsi wards and creating a recreation center, especially for the inmates of the Parsi wards. On the second floor are the psychiatry wards, 2 special wards reserved for patients needing psychiatric treatment. One of the latest projects is a state-of-the-art blood bank. The Kharas Memorial Center. This was built by the late Bhikamai Kharas and the Kharas family in memory of their mother Shirinbai Sorabji Kharas. Incidentally, the Kharas family's relationship with the Masina Hospital can be traced back to the time when one of their servants, badly burnt, was being treated by Dr. Keshwani at this very hospital. Hence the concept of a special unit specially for the treatment of burns, in the memory of Eric Kharas, took a concrete shape. The Jashan for this building was performed in Eric Kharas's lifetime, but he died shortly afterwards, and the burns unit was inaugurated by J.R.D. Tata on 3rd May 1992. The ground floor has the Eric Kharas Burns Research Unit, with a special IC unit, wards, special rooms, and an operation theatre, all reserved for burns patients. It also has a special seminar hall for doctors. This unit is one of the best in the country, where path-breaking research is being done by Dr. Keshwani and his highly specialized team of doctors, nurses, and workers. One of the unique discovery inventions of Dr. Keshwani has been the development of the potato peel dressing for burns. Yes, not cotton, not gauze, not elastocrepe, but potato peel. Also on the ground floor is the lovely Physiotherapy Center, recently inaugurated by Smita Godrej Krishna on 5th January 2003. With sparkling new equipment and facilities which are possible due to the generosity of the Godrej family. This department will not only serve the inpatients of Masina Hospital, but will also cater to the needs of all those patients needing physiotherapy from outside the hospital and from the adjoining areas. The Noshirwan Muluk Irani Medical Center. On the first floor is the NM Irani Medical Center, inaugurated by Homi Talyar Khan on 1st February 1997 and made possible by Mrs. Meru Irani and her daughters Zinyan Bakhtawar and family in memory of her late husband Noshirwan Muluk Irani of Bakhtawar Constructions and Associated Breweries, who passed away in 1985 as a victim of diabetic complications. Hence the Diabetic Research Unit, with a specially trained diabetologist and diabetic physician in attendance, having observation and treatment rooms and a small pathology room for blood, glucose level tests and all special treatment related to diabetes mellitus. There is also an ICU containing 6 independent units and 3 operation theatres. All equipped with latest state-of-the-art machinery where all operations are performed, including gynec, orthopedic, surgical and others. The second floor has the Alamai Shapurji Mistri ward. Started on 24th March 2002 at the behest of the family of the late Shapurji Palanji Mistri, It houses the male ward and private rooms for male patients, and the pediatric ward with complete facilities for neonatal care, including intensive pediatric care unit and the neonatal intensive care unit. All departments have the latest medical and surgical equipment and the finest pediatricians, doctors, surgeons and physicians alike in attendance. The third floor has the Katkara wing, which was opened on 21st March 2001 in memory of the late Nariman Jehangirji Katkara in the centenary year of Jinnah and Company with a donation from the Katkara family. It houses the female medical and surgical wards, gynecology midwifery section, as well as the labor room. The rooms are lovely and airy, where the best of care is given to patients of all communities. Mr. Homi Katkara, the scion of the Katkara family, a trustee, and who takes a very active and serious interest in the Masina Hospital, now has this to say about the hospital.
Hello, my name is Homi Katkara and I am the youngest trustee to have joined the Board of Trustees at Masina Hospital. In 1999, our family firm Jinnah and Company completed 100 years in business, and we thought it is a right time to do some kind of charitable gesture. We started talking with several hospitals in the city to come to terms, and it was finally Masina Hospital with whom we clicked. We have a Katkara ward in the hospital spread over 10,000 square feet and 50 beds, which is basically a female ward with maternity facilities. This ward was also put up in memory of my late uncle, Mr. Nariman Katkara, who was the senior partner in Jinnah and Company and passed away a few years ago. Coupled with our centenary year, we thought this gesture to be proper. 2 years ago, our trustees took a conscious decision in spending a good amount of time, effort and money in upgrading the facilities in this hospital. We have not only spent huge amounts in terms of improving the facilities for the staff, but also in obtaining new medical equipments and improving the medical facilities. In the years to come, it is our endeavor to see that Masina Hospital establishes itself as the premier medical healthcare facility in the city of Mumbai. And our family looks forward to providing our continued support to this magnificent institution. Thank you.
This then is the Masina Hospital, where the suffering come to find succor and the poor find help in the way of concessional treatment. And now, having seen so much of the hospital, our medical advisor and the senior most honorary Dr. Dinyar Gamadia shares with us his views on where the hospital is heading.
Hello, I am Dr. Dinyar Gamadia. I have been associated with Masina Hospital for the last 33 years as honorary physician. Since 3 years, I am also the medical advisor. In the last 3 years, the hospital has progressed extremely well thanks to the effort of the present Board of Trustees. Here I would like to mention that we have one of the best honoraries, and these honoraries have put in a lot of hard work to see that the standard of this hospital can be compared with any hospital of Bombay. We have a Katkara wing which also caters to midwifery and gynecology wards. We have new Alamai mystery ward which has one of the fine pediatric ward which has NICU and IPCU units. We have now started a new physiotherapy department in the name of Mrs. Sunnu and Godrej. Parsi ward has been redesigned and renovated, which has 28 beds. Shortly, we will be inaugurating a new blood bank and a new X-ray department and sonography department. Our future plan is to have a nephrology unit with dialysis center. We will also have an intensive care unit for critically ill patients. I'm sure that within a few years, Masina Hospital can be compared with any top hospitals of Mumbai. And this will fulfill the dream of late Hormaji Masina. Thank you.
And in this year, the centenary year, a milestone in the history of this great institution, the managing trustee Dr. Golwala shares with us his thoughts on the hospital.
I am Dr. S.P. Golwala, managing trustee of Masina Hospital. The hospital is celebrating 100 years of its existence thanks to the philanthropic donations of trustees of Parsi trusts and individuals. We have been able to set up a new Parsi ward. Burns unit is already in existence and it is very popular in Bombay. Also we have a ICU unit and four modern operation theatres, and it is the only hospital which has an HIV ward. I don't know any other hospital in Bombay. And of course we have the TB ward which has been in existence for many years and it is almost always full. Now the plans for the future are that we have already received a donation of rupees 15 lakhs for a seminar hall. We have a hall at present, but we want to make it soundproof and it should be ready in the next few months. Also, we are starting a blood bank which should be in functioning by next April, and we have plans to also have a dialysis unit, kidney unit, and a non-cardiac ICU center. In years to come, the trustees of the hospital will strive to serve all communities at very reasonable rates, and all facilities will be available at the hospital for common ailments. I thank you.
This hospital, in its centenary year, will prove to continue to be a superb multi-specialty hospital, where patients from all walks of life and all communities receive the best possible treatment and care. It will continue to be a boon to the city of Mumbai in the years to come. And now, the chairman of the Board of Trustees, Mr. Barjor Antia, advocate and solicitor, who spares time from his busy schedule as a senior partner of Mullah & Mullah, speaks his mind and expresses his feelings about this great institution.
History of Masina Hospital is a saga of service to humanity for last 100 years. Thanks to the devoted doctors, honoraries, trustees and the staff who have given their life to survive the institute for more than 100 years. A small sapling planted by Dr. Hormaji Masina has grown into a big tree which provides medical services to all the people irrespective of their caste, creed, sex and religion. I would like to say that Parsis are always cosmopolitan in their outlook. They give charity not only for their community, but it is open for all the members of the community. An illustration of this is Sir J.J. Hospital, started by Sir Jamsetji Ji Bhai about 200 years ago. And the Masina Hospital is following the footsteps. All the donations given by philanthropic Parsis are meant for everyone, irrespective of caste, creed or religion. So I appeal to the generous philanthropic institutions and individuals to give donation to the Masina Hospital so that we may serve the community and the society in a better way and for a longer period. Thank you and Ameen.
Whenever you share the goodness in your heart, you always end up winning, because life is an echo. It gives back what you have given. This is the gist of life. A principle the Parsis believe in and translate into their own lives. A principle that Dr. Hormasji Masina followed to the hilt. May the traditions and principles of Dr. Hormasji Masina be upheld and followed forever. May the torch of medical treatment and alleviation of human suffering continue to burn brightly in the corridors of the Masina Hospital. Live with kindness, live with caring, live with faith and generous sharing. Live with truth, for when you do, all good things return to you. Amen.